Hazelton, home to the Gitxsan and Wet'suwet'en people, surrounded by mountains, and where the Bulkley and Skeena rivers meet, Ksan, the world-famous village and museum and school, key to the renaissance of First Nations art and culture. Earl Muldon, one of the founding artists, calls it the biggest project of his life.
We weren't only the founding artists, but we built a lot of it. I was working there for 3 years in the construction of Ksan. We had run into a lot of skeptics when we did it, but as you could see now, it's developed into quite a thing.
At Ksan, Earl also trained students to keep the culture alive for future generations. And because the land is the culture, he was involved from the beginning in the milestone Delgamuukw land claims case. Today he continues to live his culture.
To me, I live my culture every day. I speak the language. I call my fellow chiefs by their native names. We have clothes, we have values, we have land, we have animals that we cherish and utilize, harvest.
He taught this young woman the Gitxsan language. Now she's teaching it to students in school. Over his career, Earl has designed and carved many fine pieces in precious metals and other rare materials. But he's known more for his wood carving. He's carved 50 poles, and you can see decades of muscle memory in every stroke of the adze. It's always been more than art to Earl. It's been a way to keep his culture alive. So when the Gitxsan totem pole replacement project needed leadership, Earl brought his knowledge and personal stature as a master carver and ranking chief to the project. He spent 12 years carving or overseeing a dozen poles, helping to revitalize Gitxsan cultural spirit.
There's more involvement with everybody in the whole community. Even the young generations were doing the dancing and they're active in their own culture. Makes me happy to see that I still can speak my language and still be able to help the elders and help all the students and people.
The two 14-foot poles he's carving here are for Northwest Community College's Hazelton campus, where First Nation students make up 90% of the population. He took on 2 Gitxsan apprentices for the project.
With what I'm doing now, I've got 2 people that are working with me on these totem poles, and I'm teaching them the culture. They're learning from me. And then in turn, they'll teach somebody else. So we're passing on this information.
Northwest Community College commissioned the poles to celebrate First Nations culture and the inclusive community created at the college. And that's a perfect theme for Earl Muldon.
I enjoyed doing it. I love the idea of just the work, and I love the idea of just being available to help people in some way identify with their culture.